look at this backdrop. This is a quick video. I'm going to talk about fuckboys and all sorts of stuff. So I've got some more questions there from some of my female audience. And seriously, get down below. I'll get my phone in a sec. And I just wanted to just show people the lean gains. All right, if I can be a little bit of a troll there. It's all about trolling, isn't it? It's all about trolling. I just get it every day. So I have to flex every day. I have to show people every day. It's like, counts make you fat, you know? It's like, fuck I have conversations every day with random people. And then people are like, oh, but you're an athlete, you know, you can get away with eating carbs. And it's like, well, okay, so a sedentary person should eat more fat, you know? So how's this lighting going here? You can see my face? But let me just turn the light on a bit better so we can see some... You don't even need to see my face, do you? You've seen Durianrider's face. Let's have a look at the viewpoint. It's pretty fucking rad. It's pretty fucking rad around here. I just touched the screen. Loaded on pingers, and I touched the screen on my MacBook thinking it was going to fucking change. It's going in and out of focus there. We'll just roll with it. Stories of a fuckboy. I'm 40 years of age, and I've had a lot of friends. I've even been one myself. So let me tell you some stories out there for my female audience who are out there just totally getting played by some players out there. And I'll tell you one story that came to mind today. I knew a guy who would nut inside chicks with no connie. And so what would happen is he would knock one out before he'd hook up with his chicks, you know, at home or whatever. So then when you'd bust a nut, not much would be, you know, coming out. But anyway, so he'd put the rubber on when they're having sex, and she'd see it. Yep, it's not all good. And then take the light off, turn the light off or whatever, and then take the rubber off and stash it in his hand and sort of put it on the edge of the bed or behind the pillow or whatever, and then nut inside the girl, and then get the condom again, pretend to take it off, and then sort of flick it in his hand so I can hear that audible, like, twangy of the rubber feeling, and then go put it in the bin, you know, and the girl's like, oh, that's cool, like, he wore a condom, he blew into the condom, no worries. But he nutted inside her, and she didn't even fucking know it. And this guy, I mean, yeah, so he would laugh about it, like, fucking bitches are stupid and shit, he'd say. And I'm just like, fuck, man, that's just fucked, you know? And he's like, roll with it, bro. You know, he goes, I ain't sticking around. They can have abortions, blah, blah, blah. And that was a big motivator for me to get a vasectomy, because I don't want to be one of those guys. I don't want to be it's just, girls have got it fucked when it comes to contraception. Pun intended. They got it fucked when it comes to contraception. And I'm a big believer in the vasectomy, man. Big believer in that. But it's just like so many girls out there, they'll get played by a guy who, you know, we call them rakes. They just go for women like they go through leaves, you know? And if you're going to be a rake, get a fucking vasectomy at least, all right? Because it's like, oh man, it does me. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to be a dad, you know, or a brother or something like that, and have my sister be just getting raked by these dudes who don't care if they get pregnant at all. Just nutting, whatever, just withdrawal method, not caring if the condom slips off or breaks, or just like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'm just going to get my nut off. Men hump. 99.9% of men hump, myself included, for many, many years, hump with that reproductive drive. I've sort of lost that now. I'm not sure if it's just age or what, or just having so much sex in my life and just being me more mature about it. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely changed for me. You know, I have more of a feminine aspect when it comes to sex. It's more of a connection-based thing for me. I can go without it. I can have a lot of it. Either way, I'm good. But what I would say, though, is that guys... 99.9% of guys, especially the younger you are, you just have that reproductive drive. You're just not thinking about anything else. You're not thinking about pregnancy, just like whatever. And girls know this. Girls know this. If you're a female out there and you've had a few partners or been out to clubs, or whatever, you know that a guy will just bang you raw. It's pretty rare a guy's going to be like slipping on a Jimmy or asking what the guy just said. He's just going to go nut. If you don't say nothing, 99% of guys out there will just run you raw and nut inside you. This is the sad fucking truth. Without any foresight into the future, they'll just be like, yeah, no worries, you know, because they just don't give a fuck. Because they pun intended again, they just want to fuck, they just want to nut, and so they won't think about anything else. Although, yeah, I'll do withdrawal method. That doesn't even fucking work. I've got heaps of friends who've got babies from that. It's highly dangerous. You know, it's like me throwing a MacBook down to a friend who's going to catch it. It's like, might work, it probably won't, but it might. But the more you do it, the less it's just going to fucking work. So be careful out there. Women, be careful, be discerning, and guys get vasectomies, you know, and it is crazy. Even I've known guys to pretend they've been vegan to hook up with vegan chicks, or pretend they're vegetarian or veggie, and they'll send them a picture on Snapchat or Facebook or Instagram of like, hey, this is my vegetarian lunch or my vegetarian dinner, or I having fruit for breakfast. Is that good? Is that healthy? Like, the girl's like, oh my God, this guy's cool. He's like taking interest in what I'm interested about. It's just to get your fucking pussy, man. It's crazy, you know? It's crazy. And it's, but then women are like, well, how do I find a nice guy? You know? And it's like, they're fucking far and few between, unfortunately, because most just want a bone. And the hotter you are, the more social market value you have, the more SMV you have as a woman, the more you'll experience these fuckboys and the antics and manipulation they'll use to pretend they care about you just to get sex. All right? So I did a video yesterday saying a good shit test to give these guys is say, I'm not interested in sex with you at all. And most of these fuckboys are just like, okay, see you later. Next, I'll go for the next hottie. Because they just run template. They watch the pickup videos on YouTube or whatever, and they just like, boom, boom, boom. They're just running. Just girl to girl to girl, just like, can I get some? And so if you put out that shit test, that's pretty good, you know. But you got to be perseverant with that, because a good guy with good game, well, yeah, no, sex, I don't want, no. I just want a friendship. You know, we're good mates. And the girl's like, what? You're the first guy. Because if you're a hot chick, it's pretty unlikely a guy's ever friend zoned you. But if he's friend zoning you, 99.9% of the time, that's a guy with some good fucking game. And he don't give a fuck about you, really. He just wants to fucking slam city. So it is crazy, and there's no education about that out there, is there? There's no education. I can't see any women writing books about this or doing YouTube videos about it. I think they're the only one, correct me if I'm wrong, speaking about this on YouTube, who's got like a bit of an audience or whatever. And it is crazy. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to have a sister, you know, or a daughter or whatever, you know, like it's fucking crazy. So that's why, guys, you have to, put it to me yesterday, you have to be raising women in your life up. You know, even if you're just doing a hookup, man, that chick has to have a positive, safe experience. And if she's got a risk of pregnancy, that is fucked, man. That is fucked. You know, you can't be going around banging chicks with a risk of pregnancy just because you're like, I don't get a vasectomy. You know, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Vasectomies can be reversed. Some people are like, so can a fucking pregnancy, mate. Get an abortion. She can get an abortion. I don't give a fuck. And that's the reality for most guys. They're like, well, fuck it. You know, I don't want to have kids. I'm too young. You get an abortion, sweetie. Oh, fuck you then. I'm out of here. You got any hot friends I can hook up with? It's crazy. So women really have to prepare themselves. I know a lot of women might even be offended at this video, just being, oh my God, this is like, you know, this is really down on negative stuff. But it's the fucking truth, and women need to arm themselves with it and be aware of it, man. There's some guys with good game out there who rake you, man. They will rake. R-A-K-E. Rake. Raking through the leaves, just raking in, emotionally manipulating, emotionally triggering. Women are driven by deep emotions and deep vibe. If you can facilitate and escalate deep emotions, a good, strong, deep vibe, then, you know, women will just be like, you know, men with sex is where like light switches, like, yep, on. Women is more like a volume knob, like zzz, can go up quickly. And so these guys know how to escalate a woman's, you know, knob. Sounds fucking crazy, but it's true. You know, for men, it's like a switch. It's like, see a girl, she's attractive, oh, she's hot, boom, I'll go. Women, they're like, what's this guy about? And then once he's got game, it's like, zzz, turn up the volume. It's like, yeah, you know. And so they will have sex pretty quickly with a guy who's got game. In terms of getting to a relationship, that's more logical and slow. But in terms of just having a hookup or one night or whatever, that's like the volume dial. So if a guy can turn it up, boom, he's in. And then if he's got that lover frame going on, then he's got more power to maybe go into the boyfriend frame. But if she becomes a girlfriend, or the boyfriend, you know, in the setting of like with a fuckboy with a game, he's just going to be banging her mates, or just be using her for money. I know people out there, I know guys out there who just like, they have these really generous girlfriends who have a lot of empathy and care, and they pay for these fucking party boy, drug fucking rock star wannabe fuckboys, and they just they leech off the free rent. They sit around all day just partying, shagging the fucking girls' mates or whatever, or just going out in the town, hitting it up on Tinder, denying everything. And the woman will live with that because these people don't want to believe, or they want to believe in their man. They're like, well, one day he'll change. I'll tell you what, sweetie, he ain't ever going to fucking change. If he's in his mid-20s or on, he ain't ever going to fucking change. If he's 20 doing that, maybe room for improvement. But once you're 25, or, you know, if you're still going out clubbing and shit, or, you know, like even past 20, fucking 23, really, that's when you should be starting to knuckle down, focus on your career, or building a quality motherfucking life. Just, I mean, when you're 18, 17, 16, you're going out, you're having fun, you're partying, getting high, whatever. But after that, I would say be toning it down and start to turn up the volume knob of building up a life quality you really want to live. So when you're my age, Daddy Durianrider, you can be doing what the fuck you want to do any day of the year. I can just go and be anywhere I want. I can I can go right to Sydney Airport right now. Just go, where do I want to go in the world right now? I'll go to Tokyo. I'll go to Paris. I'll go to Istanbul. I'll go to Florida. You know, I'll go anywhere I fucking want, and that's because of living this lifestyle that I teach and preach in both my ebooks. If you want a good read, get my ebooks. If I can plug myself, then I'd do that. But it is just insane out there. I do have another ebook coming up about relationships, and maybe a fourth ebook giving advice to women about fuckboys and how to avoid that, because it is catastrophic, the damage I see, especially a young woman who gets involved with one of these guys who just, you know, manipulates her, just tells her, I love you, you know, we could be great, and it's just for sex. He's not saying, hey, look, I think you're hot, you think I'm hot, we've got a bit of vibe going on, do you want to fuck? If you don't, that's cool, but I just want to bang. You want to bang, let's do it now, go for it. That's different. You know, that's the transparent fuckboys, just like, you know, cool. And I encourage that. Guys, if I want to do that, be transparent with those girls. Yeah, no worries, it's just sex, we'll move on, see you later. And then you got the guys who will just be like gaming, just, I really care about you, like, you're so amazing, like, you know, all this stuff. But they just want sex. They just want sex. If the girl gains 10 or 15 kilos, all of a sudden they're like, I'm busy. It's like, why didn't you care about me? Didn't you care? Like, I thought you loved me and understood me, and like, sweetie, yeah, I'm pretty busy. I've got a lot going on in my life. And it's like, click. It's like, all he wanted, man, was the poo-tang, the puss from the hot babes. So it is crazy out there. So women have to arm themselves, you know. So if you're a fuckboy out there, please be transparent with your intentions straight away. Get a vasectomy. And secondly, for any guy out there, whatever relationship you're in, if you're just a fuckboy, one-nighter guy, or if you're manipulating chicks, whatever, you have to make sure that you leave them in a better condition than you found them. You know, they have to be better financially. They have to be emotionally. They have to have better sexual health, mental health, physical health, better, you know, understanding about their digestion and their health and everything else, you know, dealing with other people in their family or issues or whatever. You have to leave a real man. The measure of a real man, in my opinion, is someone who leaves a woman in a better place than when he found her, you know. And that could just be an hour. That could be in a year or 10 years or whatever. You have to live in a better place. You have to give them, you know, good support, stuff like that. Otherwise, what are we doing to women out there? What are we doing out there?